Today is Sunday, and I thought I would do something different today. Let me talk about Etsy. I take everything I see on Yahoo Finance with a massive grain of salt, and there are a lot of articles I don't even read because they seem so biased. Lots of different articles saying, hey, XYZ stock is going to go up, whatever, maybe it goes down. It doesn't matter to me. It's a biased article, and it seems like it might be one of those pieces that might have been published to try to influence people, change sentiment in the market. And so I don't read that stuff, I just cruise by. But I thought it would be interesting to actually look at one and then do my own analysis and see what happens a week later. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I was here on Yahoo Finance, and they have an article by The Street, bearish bets, 2 NASDAQ stocks you should consider shorting this week. And they have Etsy, and when you click the link for more, you can see also Corval. And they notice that both of them have been recently downgraded, right? And they start right off the bat, acknowledging trifecta stocks identifies names that look bearish and may present interesting investing opportunities on the short side. Like, okay, we know who and we know which way they're trying to go. So this article is gonna be like super bearish. And yeah, it is, And so I'm just gonna have a look, do my own analysis, and then we'll see what's coming up next week. We'll see if these price targets are met. Put in a stop at 170, target the lows around 135. Okay, so that's pretty modest, right? That's not like a huge dip from where they are now. But this one say target the 110 level, stop at 165, 110. Where are they at now? 141. Yeah, so okay, those are, not massive moves they're calling out, but I'm sure they don't want to publish anything too crazy, right? And then there's some italicized text here. Okay, yeah. So let's just go have a look and see what I think. Let's get started finding our way over to Etsy. Etsy. Nope. Come on, work with me. Work with me here. Just Etsy. Alright. EtsyInc.com. Here we go, let's have a look. I haven't looked at this stock at all ever before. I want to go to 3-week all time. That's all we got. Alright, let's just start dropping down those important levels of horizontal support and resistance. Okay, there's gonna be one right here too. Going back from there. This is just looks like the dip off of the IPO. I think that would also be a good level, and always the all-time low. Okay, so we're working out our levels of support and resistance. It looks like there might be like a congestion zone through here. Which of these? Look at that. Isn't that an interesting pattern? Maybe I should zoom in a little bit, but then I lose all my definition, right? So let's do this. Let's come in here. We'll just have to deal with it, I guess. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Wow, that was a cool run. I see a broadening formation or something in here right there. Do you guys see that? That's an ascending broadening formation. Beautiful stuff. And it even had this bearish partial rise. Check that out. It didn't come all the way up before it turned down. And then it found support on that bottom level and moved higher. And then it broke out to the upside. Very interesting. What was our RSI doing at that point? Let's have a look here. So it was, yeah, it's going to be in the overbought area when the price is against that trend line. Yes, this is a great trend right here. You can see that. Wonderful, higher highs. And then this partial rise occurred when the RSI set a new high, but failed to set a new high in the RSI after having fallen from the overbought level. So okay, here you go. This is a good lesson about bearish divergence. That was a cool, yeah. That was a cool signal we got right here, and you can see this higher high. So that slope, the price slope is up, and the RSI slope is down, and that is what we call bearish divergence. And sure enough, the price did fall. But look, here's the thing: it turned around immediately and then went higher. So partial rise with bearish divergence, it looks really bad, and then the price caught itself in here. And look what the RSI does. That's a Volkowski, he has some thoughts about failure swing patterns. So this would be a swing down, failing, and look, it's a double bottom with a handle. That's basically what that is. Like, am I crazy? There's a bottom right there, another bottom right there, and then this would be the handle. You can see it. So interesting. That would have been the cue, was that double bottoming action on 50, probably right around 55. Yeah, is that 54, 55-ish, and this was at 55. Yeah, perfect. That's that 55 level that I watched, right? So if the RSI is dropping, I say, hey, it's got to go below 55, and then it can bounce back up and down in 55, and that'd be okay. That can still be bullish. That can be just bullish momentum gaining, and then boom, pop to the upside. But if I see the RSI fall below 45, then I'm actually bearish. So you see a bounce here at 55, and that makes sense. Man, the RSI is so cool. The more you know about it, the better. So, okay, what happens next is the price kind of falls flat, and it continues to climb higher, and there's gotta be another pattern in here, right? Like, interesting. Look at that. Is this just an upward channel through here? Yeah. I wonder if we could make this tighten up a little bit, if we could tighten this up and say run it through the closing price of that candle, and then this candle too, use the opening instead, so that I'm not using the tails. So I'm using the candles that set the patterns, but then trying to use the trend line in a little more informed position, and that looks really good. You can see when the price fell, it then rode underneath that one. So that was a good, that's okay. I think that's the best way to draw that trend line. And then this top trend line, you never know, it could look something like maybe these pipes are too tall, right? So I'm just gonna chop those off. Yeah, and if I'm not afraid of chopping off those pipes, I can draw it from probably right here, say 1 touch point, 2 touch point, 3, 4. Damn. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. That's how I would have drawn it, is like that. There it is. Nice. So that was a right angle in an ascending formation or wedge, just like it was back here. This one had a partial rise, which is bearish, and then we had this failure swing pattern, the RSI. The price found a nice top up here. There's like this is just a horizontal congestion region. Look at all that price action within this rectangle I'm about to place down. Let's see here. I can already tell I'm going to be talking so much. Okay, right in there. Yeah, that looks like a topping pattern, and then it just went sideways and went into this weird upward motion. When was this? 2020. And then this would be follow. Yeah, okay, interesting. And now it's tumbling down, of course, and it doesn't even look like it looks like it's slowing down a little bit right now. The RSI is bouncing. Oh, that's good. That's good. And this is on a weekly time scale, so last week was green. Okay. What's our volume trend like? Pretty flat. I mean, decreasing through here, of course. You have the pattern rising, setting higher highs. With this volume dropping, you know, that's going to be signaling a swing change, a trend change probably. And yeah, the RSI was never really all that bullish through here. Oh, there it is, finally reaching above, but then it just gave up. Whoosh, whoosh, nice, like a measured move down, kind of like a look to the RSI here. And that's pretty much what we see, isn't it? 1, 2, little upward corrective phase, and 3. Let's turn on the daily here and see what we got. So we drew these patterns on the weekly. They're great. That's a great trend line. This is a pretty good one. It could be better. There's a little bit of empty space in that chart pattern, but it seems tolerable. Oh, do you know what that is? That looks like a diamond. That looks like a picture perfect diamond. I'm gonna draw a diamond through here. I'm gonna do it in diamond blue. Well, I don't really have diamond blue, but I can put on a blue color. Maybe a little brighter. That looks nice. Save as default. Yeah. Okay, duplicate that drawing, and let's just draw our diamond, right? Yeah. Duplicate. And then it entered the pattern there. Duplicate. And then something like that. I don't know. I gotta get, let's see here, that low connected. Yeah. Look at that. That looks good, right? That looks like a diamond. I've been seeing some of these around. I think AMC just did something like this too. Yeah. Very interesting. You can see the RSI here is starting to set higher lows on a lower low. Do you see that? There's a divergence here. I'm gonna go ahead and color this red. There, that lower low. Yeah, you can see it. There it is. So there's the lowest point on the RSI. And look, it leaves the oversold region here to return into it to set a lower low in the price but a higher low in the RSI. Alright, this is bullish divergence. This is bullish divergence. Yeah, and the price is now starting to rise. The RSI, oof, has taken a huge blow. But yeah, you can see that this looks like the start of an uptrend. We have a slightly higher high too in the RSI. So what's our volume look like? It looks like we had a volume spike here. So this was probably an important level, 136. And a volume spike here at the low. And that was a couple of bad days. Interesting. Let's get some more levels of horizontal support and resistance going, because I haven't really reached the appropriate range yet. So I think that's going to be important right there, that one. Oh, look, that's the top. Okay, so what about some of these bottoms through here? There's a couple of touch points along this one. Right there, right? Let's move down just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And of course there's going to be some up here within this pattern as well. Definitely here at that peak. Good, she gave that level up and that was it. It started to fall. So where's the next support? I guess at 102. That's pretty low. And I can't remember how far the article was saying it was going to go down. Let's see here. 2 bearish bets. And this is Etsy, and they're saying that... Oh, what? Their page already said you've reached your free article limit. I'll have to watch the video to know what it was. I think it was 102 or something, wasn't it? Just like it is here. But whatever. Okay, well, let's get in here a little deeper and let's get into the 15-minute chart. I mean, yikes, look at that. Brutal. Brutal. And then, so how did we do last week? Pretty good. I mean, you know, there were some red days there on the SPY too. Where are we at? Looks like the RSI is oscillating bearishly through here, but this kind of looks like a swing failure pattern, right? With implied volatility doing is pretty flat. Volume seems to be diminishing from here. I mean, I don't think that this necessarily needs to go any lower. It's already had its breakout from this rising ascending wedge, and that price target was already met. That was the 154, and so the price has fallen below that 154 and is now finding itself in a potential bottoming pattern. And in that bottoming pattern, we have bullish divergence in the RSI as the volume here is actually increasing, and implied volatility is in an uptrend as well. So I mean, I would look at Etsy and say I wouldn't look to short this now. If anything, I'd be waiting for a breakout first. You know, if the price can leave this diamond and get above 154, let me make this yellow and get an arrow on here, and move above 154, right? It's like there might be some resistance up here. This might be our first pit stop. Looking to the left, I can see a dip here, a bounce on that trend line. That's probably a good level right there to watch, 179. But the price could easily move back up into that 179 area, alright? Like, this is basically what I'm going to do, is just give a 1, 2, 3 version of what I think may happen. You never know, maybe it'll play out that way. Right, retest, and then break out higher. And that next level would be right here at that breakout price. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. Right there, probably. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this could happen here, right? Because I already see the measured move down having played out from a high of 307, and then looks like it came down here before the corrective phase. And heading lower, and let's see if it reached its target. So we're just gonna say it made a full theoretical move down. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So it looks like the measured move down has already played out. We're now seeing a bottoming pattern. We're seeing bullish divergence in the RSI. Implied volatility is rising with volume is increasing as well. You can see that this 30 period average is rising. That's the yellow line behind the bars. Yeah, I wouldn't short this. I'd be waiting to look for a bullish move higher. I really would. And with a drop this fast, you could actually see a pretty decent bounce, you know? So you never know. This one might pull back into these past few levels. I don't think that's totally unrealistic. I'm looking at the weekly here to see if I see a bigger pattern. This does look like a massive topping pattern, right? Maybe you have a shoulder here, and this is the head that's formed here, and we have like this weird kind of rounded. It's like a rounding pattern. Yeah, let's do a trend line study on it too. Trend line. Okay, so where are we gonna start? Let's start from 2019. Yeah, wow, they suffered there on that dip, that highest high. So yeah, we saw. Let me go ahead and make this line make more sense. Okay, let's take off that arrow. None. Thank you. So there was an uptrend, right? And it broke eventually, and then we had this uptrend, and it broke eventually. Go ahead and draw these. Oh shoot! Draw these other trend lines too. Duplicate. I'm gonna make them red. Some people like to watch this stuff in real time. I don't know. I think you're crazy. But no, I get it. I like watching other people chart too. Just depends who's charting though, really. Some people I don't like to watch chart. Okay, so here we go. This downward trend is still in play, right? You can see that. Hasn't broken yet. Let's do a little bigger trend here too, because there was a higher high set. That would put us up here. Yeah, you can see that. This trend is smaller. I'll identify that by its, oops, not you, this one. I'll identify, oh, that's the wrong one too. Make this smaller. It is shorter in time. Excellent. But this is a pretty steep downtrend. It really is. And I can see this starting to drop, but there's going to be support. Ooh, there's the next really big support's down in the 70s. This thing has really tanked, hasn't it? 307 to 133. Holy cow. That's nuts. That's from the high from last year. Jeez. So you can see, okay, we measure basically the distance from the lowest lows or highest highs to the trend line, and this is what I refer to as the velocity of the pattern, right? And as the pattern, or as the price becomes closer to the pattern like it does here, this would be a deceleration of the momentum. The trend is, you know, starting to break essentially as the price heads up. And so we see this again where the price is starting to head up towards that trend line. So the downward momentum is fading. That's what that means as the price is heading towards that. And the RSI also agrees with that. Yeah, it looks like we had a pretty high volume bottom. And yeah, it could consolidate here and then break out bullishly. Because this is a steep trend line. That is steep. You can see here it accelerates from there. Yeah. Let me go ahead and make this line as well. Make it smaller. Okay, so it would be from the lowest low, right? And then not overwrite the price at all. Right there. Okay. Broke above, tested it. This looks like it's breaking out. and that is to say, it's breaking out of this faster speed. It's slowing down big time. So it's currently trendless, right? Or it's reversing at least. Yeah, that looks good. So breakout, and then I tested the breakout price, and then it was hard to do well on Friday. Everyone knows that, and it looks like it did okay. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Great line work. Looks like it could be a little tighter. It looks like. Let's make it tighter. There we go. that looks really good now. Yeah, touched it. This is what I'm talking about. The breakout, and then it falls down, and when it touches that trend line and bounces up, this is confirmation to me. And the price is, you know, it's doing some more consolidation here. And this is on a really small time frame, but that's a pennant. That's a pennant. It's too short in time to be anything other than that in my book. I'll just be waiting for a confirmed breakout. And it looks like it almost did on Thursday, but then, or on Friday, but found its way back up for close, which is really good. You can see that failure swing pattern again, that double bottom action in the RSI. So that's good. That's good to see. Implied volatility was increasing at that time. So this thing looks like it could be ready to make a next big move, and it just made a breakout. So this is a bullish consolidation, and I would actually be bullish here on Etsy. Yeah, I'd be bullish. I'd be bullish. I'm saying it again. I'm disagreeing with the street here. Nice measured move down. Trendline breakout. Bullish consolidation. Failure swing pattern in the RSI. Bullish divergence in the RSI. Rising IV and a high volume bottom. Okay. It's technical analysis. Like, I don't know. It just seems like I feel like that's a really reasonable thing. That's a really reasonable thing to say, right? Like, you know, let's work on getting a chart pattern down here. Let's get a new drawing set. Okay, I'm just gonna draw some lines that I thought might look good. How about that? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Let's turn that on the daily. And let's take off these stupid arrows. I thought I would like to have the arrows, but I do not. Yeah, it looks like a falling broadening wedge, right? Maybe it's a little bigger than... Maybe it starts right there. Had a hard time getting up there. Let's look at that on the 15. Setting that trend, and then we waited. We'd wait descending this trend line until this peak. Wow, that'd be a long time. Like, I would want to see the price be passing through like that. Yes, that is so good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this was a bullish thing. This was a partial decline, but it didn't matter. It came down. And then it broke out through, and then pulled. This is a throwback when the price makes a breakout, confirms, but then ultimately moves back down into the pattern. This is a throwback. And it bottomed here, and now it's starting to find its way higher. So, do you know what the price target is on this pattern? It's the top of the pattern. That's the price target. We have a bullish breakout. Ascending, broadening, wedge, price target. Okay, I guess we'll see who was right though, right? I mean, I think these trend lines look really good. This is some good stuff. And then this bottom it's nice. It's a V-type bottom. Boom, right? Consolidation in here, breaks out to the higher. And yeah, it slumped on Friday, but that's okay. We do have all these positive things in the technicals telling us that the bulls are here. Maybe I should add the MACD. Let's do that. Yeah, give me MACD. No, stop. Add selected. Apply. Okay, blow up the MACD here a little bit. Consolidating, right? It's just... Let's put it on the daily. Aha! Okay, that looks really good. Doesn't that look really good? This is a bullish thing here. The bulls are already in here because and that would make sense because of that bullish breakout, right? Yeah. And we have this diamond bottom forming, and yeah, we don't want to see the RSI turn down as it journeys through beyond 50, but you never know. Tomorrow could be a really good day for the stock. It could make a big bounce. I mean, increasing momentum on the MACD. Volume trends increasing too, right? Implied volatility is rising. I mean, just come on. Come on. Who would look at this and say this is a short? I mean, golly, that would just seem so counterintuitive to me. It really would. So, okay, that's where I'm at with Etsy. This was a long analysis. And, well, I mean, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Supposedly, there's going to be this war, so no one really knows. But should something like that happen, there's no saying what's gonna come up next. So that's why I bought gold. I think the flight to safety began already, but all right, happy trading.